what do you get when you have a group of people that are amazing at translating games and translating Japanese or other languages to English, and they're very, very passionate Sega Saturn fans, but you also combine that with the talents of a few people that are really great at design, and they want to bring these translations to life as though they had actually come out in the West. You get things like this right here, Policenauts for the Sega Saturn. So let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit more about it. So what I'm holding right here is a complete copy of the English translated version of Policenauts for the Sega Saturn. Now, this was fan translated, of course. That project has been out for a while, and it's been fairly complete for a while, I believe. I played a little bit a long bit ago, and this is actually a fan project from a great community member named, well, their group is Pipe Dream Games, and I've actually covered them before on the channel with my Dragon Force 2 fan cover right here. Let me just put it side by side. My Dragon Force 2 fan cover, which I'm bumping the mic, sorry. Dragon Force, stop. So I've covered it on my channel before with Dragon Force 2, I think I did. A really great working designs fan translated game for the Sega Saturn, but they also came out recently with their own rendition of Policenauts. And this, as soon as I saw this, I wanted to pick it up, and it's been a little bit of time in the making, and I think it's a fantastic package. So I'm gonna have some better video and B-roll of it injected in here, but just to kind of, it's just to open it up a little bit. This really oozes quality. This is the kind of thing that, even though they're not really making money off of this is really a passion project. This is something that absolutely bleeds quality. Like, you go into it and you've got the different sleeves for all the different discs and whatnot, and you've got the full manual in here with color pictures, and it's just breathtaking. If this came out by Sega and Konami back in the day, this would fit 100% right by the rest of the games in my collection. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this, was even though this is it's a fan project, it's something that is not official. I don't usually buy reproductions of games, not too often, unless it's very something very special, kind of like the Mega Man game that came out, like Mega Man Wily Wars, that came out as an official reproduction. I don't usually buy things like these, but I had to get this because this really, again, it's the culmination of a fan group that dedicated many hours of translating this game. I believe they used the PlayStation version as a basis for translation, I think, and a very talented designer who was able to bring it all together in a nice package. So while waiting for the game to arrive and get shipped out to me, I reached out to Pipe Dream Games and asked them a couple questions about their design or print process that I can share. Anything maybe behind the scenes about why they chose the games specifically that they do to work on. And the comment I got back was, as far as Policenauts, I chose to work on it because I had tons of requests for it over the years. I actually had never played it until this year. It's a great game. I like the artwork available for that game as well, so that was one of the main reasons I decided to work on it. I would say the artwork is what usually sparks my interest in doing a repro of a game. Thank you for the added comment on that. And yeah, I was really looking forward to the game, so I was really excited for it to arrive and get here. And as you can see, super high quality, so I really appreciate the attention to detail. Pipe Dream Games, I know that they're doing very, very, very limited releases of different games for the Sega Saturn, and I'm not sure other systems at the moment, maybe. But check them out on Facebook. This is not sponsored at all. I bought it with my own money, and I covered Dragon Force 2. Must have been a couple years ago now, maybe a year or so ago, and I just, I was waiting around for another game that caught my attention, and this caught my attention, and I can safely say that I'm very proud to have this in my collection, and it's very special to me. The Saturn itself is you can see right back there, that I've got my Saturn collection. I've got a few games that I've had since probably 2000, 2001. A little collection. I haven't really bought a whole lot recently, but this is definitely something I wanted to add to my collection because it never came out. I've always wanted to play it, especially because of Snatcher, because I was a fan of that game on the Sega CD when it came out, and I still don't have an official copy. Probably never will at this point, but yeah, it lines up really well, and I really wanted to play it. And I tried the fan translation, and it was great, but I don't know. It was one of those things where I burned a disc and popped it in my Saturn and used the Saturn, the pseudo Saturn Kai cart, and played it a little bit. And I was like, I really want something that I can dig my hands into. I can open it up and open up the manual and go in and check out all the controls and the backstory, and that's what I want, and I got it. So I'm very, very happy about this. So yeah, I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about it because, again, I don't really talk about the Saturn as much as I should, and I definitely want to do that a bit more often now that I'm really kind of getting my setup together. It's kind of messy, as you can see in the background here. I got stuff everywhere, but I'm really just kind of, hopefully this will be kind of my new setup. But yeah, I wanted to show you one of my newest additions to my retro collection. So thank you again, Pipe Dream Games, for making this and allowing me to buy a copy. Yeah, this is fantastic. I cannot wait to dive into it. And I do have some other games coming up, probably some Dreamcast games that are coming up that I'll be talking about from another indie publisher. Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a little bit, but thank you for checking this out. Have fun, take care, be safe, and game on.